I'd be alone. There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Technical issues, man. I'm telling you. StreamYard's really weird today, but here we are. All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. It is Sunday, Daylight Savings Day, everybody. It is November 6th, 2022. I hope you're having a nice Sunday. It has been a nice, cool day here in Florida, just about 82 degrees, partly cloudy, and some rain here and there. It has been a good Sunday. We need to start the show off with this. You know, every now and then, you gotta have the haters say it is so mean. Yeah, you know, it's that's what I look like when I cry. They killed him. He was just a videographer. He didn't know. He was faking it. I swear I gotta look. You know you're a stoner when your lighter breaks and you gotta use one of these. I know, right? I've got two lighters, and I keep one in this room, one in the other room, so I don't have to worry about getting a lighter or forgetting it. Stoner thought. And they're both out of juice. I know. You'd think when the first one ran out of juice, I'd be like, maybe I should get more. But the other one didn't run out of juice yet. And I shook it and it sounded like it had some stuff in it. So, boop, I kept it. And it died right away. Like me. I'm actually dead. I'm not really here. This is just a holographic image of Rich. All this was it was put into an AI machine. So in case he did die, this would be him. Unfortunately, he's not as funny and not as charming or good looking. So you're just getting a carbon copy of somebody that is just a memory now. Think about that. In 2036, I'll be dead. Ufology's still going to be going on. Some of you 30-something, 40-something-year-olds will only be my age now, 54, 55-ish. And you're going to be like, I remember Goof On? They're going to be like, that guy was a dick. And then you're going to say, but he really wasn't a dick. He actually stood strong against, the haters and the hoaxers and everything. But wasn't he a hoaxer himself? No, he was never a hoaxer. Yes, he was. There's videos out there saying he was a hoaxer. No, he supported hoaxers. Goof On supported hoaxers too. He was a hoaxer and supported. No, he wasn't a hoaxer. There'll be nothing about Goof. Once I'm dead and gone, people will be throwing shit up in the air, singing Kumbaya, and say, "Thank God the asshole's dead." And that's gonna be all those people, on the other side of the coin, and all the people on our side of the coin are gonna be like, "So what are we supposed to do for fun now in ufology?" Yes, that's right. It would go back to, I wonder where we come from. Are we from Mars? I wonder if we're in a matrix. I feel like it's real. I wonder. Here's another video. It's a dot, but that's okay. We play dots here now that Goof On's gone. Welcome to ufology in the future. That's what it's going to be like. Where's my flying car? David Wilcock has 1 month to get that flying car out. Well, the prototype. Has anybody heard from him? See what's going on over there. Elizondo who? Who? You know who. Fravor, Graves, and Dietrich. All lying. All lying. Or are they truthful? This is what's going to happen when I'm dead. You guys are still going to be talking about, I wonder if Fravor was... Do you remember that tic-tac? Still going to be a thing because people like to say tic-tac. People love saying tic-tac. But yet, I don't know anybody who eats tic-tacs. Isn't that weird? Roll call for Sunday, everybody. Rachel Bird. Welcome to the show. Samo, Goofonian, Rockstar. Welcome to the show, Chief. Eyes wide open. I hope that's all. Welcome to the show. Hey, Sapphire Elf, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. It's funny. Nice to see people from other channels popping in here, but don't say anything. But in about 5 minutes, Sapphire's gonna leave and never come back. You'll see. Shh. You didn't hear it from me. Shh. 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 I hope I'm interesting enough that Sapphire Elf likes the show. Maybe we can talk more about Sapphire Elf. I don't know what to say, so let's just try to make this fun and have a good time tonight. We'll be serious too for Sapphire Elf. Shh, 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 shh. Watch. Shh, shh. So, Bob Perkins is here. Welcome to the show. Aaron Caputo. Welcome to the show. Nathan Allen, Nathan Nitsky, Nathan's Hot Dogs. Welcome to the show. Carlin! How you doing, Tootsie Pop? Yes, I like saying Tootsie Pops. Say it a lot. I know I'll get rid of it. One time I said, "Hey, how you doing, Tootsie Pop?" Don't call me Tootsie Pop. It's a joke. Relax, all right? Oh my God, some people just can't take a joke. Isn't that right, cottage cheese legs? You said I couldn't call you Tootsie Pop anymore. Bob Perkins feels so naked. Put a shirt on. David Wilcox, welcome to the show. Troy. Earth, and yes, on the Matrix, the communist left open immigrant inflation in the office. Yes. 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 Yes! Where is everybody? See, I told you nobody's going to be coming to the show. Dee's House Genetics, except for this is all we need. This is it. This is the group. Alien Girl, she popped in. That would be nice, but Diamond Dog, because 2 Ds are better than 1. Right, 2 Bs? Bob Perkins, everybody. So it was daylight savings time. I have got an incredible story. I forgot all about it. And now I just felt a chill run over me of what I saw today. I'll tell you about it. If I didn't say hi, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. I'm pulling something up here because, you know, every now and then things happen, you know? We get old, we forget, things start happening. But let's go to the front door and see who else just got here. Who's here? Hellfire Studios. Welcome, Zach Diecast Monto. You've been here for 3 years. Did I? Hold on. Hold on, Zach. Where are you? Yeah, see, you are. I made you a moderator again. There. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, brother, but I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters. Wayne. What's up, W? What's up, man? Brett S. Sky Allen. F. Graph 72. Evil Knievel. I bet you are 54 years old. Do you know Evil Knievel was my neighbor? Yeah. His kid went to my school. I think he got expelled and then went to another school and then got expelled or dropped out or something. Isn't that right, Evil? You smell that? Hold on. Something smells weird. Smells like a fire. Can you? My house is on fire. Fire! All right, who else is here? Oh. Hello? Everybody? Can you hear me? Well, happy birthday, Rebecca! Come on, everybody, let's sing it! She missed it yesterday! Happy birthday to you! Come on, kids!
Happy birthday to
It's Rebecca Wiles' birthday!
Happy
birthday, dear Rebecca! Happy birthday to you! Come on, everybody, second verse! Good friends and true! Yeah, that's them.
From old friends.
Oh, those friends are old now!
May good luck go with
Oh, you'd love to have some good luck!
and happy
Ah, look at that.
too.
Isn't that beautiful? Is there more? No. Happy birthday, Rebecca Wiles! Yay! Yeah, she is, we don't say women's age. It's 30-something. Happy birthday. You weren't here yesterday because you were out birthdaying, which is a word now. And I hope you had a good time. It's always nice when our friends have birthdays here at Goof On. See, we celebrate that. You don't see people celebrating birthdays on other shows, do you? No, you don't. You know why? Because Goof On cares. Well, as much as he can. As much as I can. The third person right here. Happy birthday, Rebecca. Don't forget, getting old is the new young. Anyway, young is only a state of mind. Young is only a number. Tell that to my knees. I know. Tell it to my back. I know. Tell it to my neck. I know. Tell it to my shins, my elbow, my feet, my hands, my fingers. Why does everything have to hurt when you get older? That's right. Because of all the you did for 35. Once you hit 50, I know, Rebecca, you got a way to go, but once you get there, it's almost as if the clock stops, it speeds up. Who are we kidding? I don't know what the hell I was going to say, but happy birthday, Rebecca. Thank you for cheering us up with your birth. Mucho gusto, Bertha Russo. Don't forget you can help support Goof On. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. You could even join Goof On to become a patron member. Or, all the links are in the description. You know what to do. All right. I'm going to wet your palate whether you like it or not. Rebecca. I'm just saying it. Doesn't mean anything. All right. Let's pull this up. I think there was Poopaloo. Poopaloo had something to say, I think. Poopaloo. What is... Oh, here's the Lou Elizondo video. We'll start you off with the little Lou. You think this is the Lou Elizondo video. Is this the Lou Elizondo video? Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I was just doing girl stuff because it's day one.
Yeah, this is the Lou video.
Girlhood. I'm so excited to be a girl. My name is Taylor. It used to be Tyler, but I killed that patriarchal man, and I'm now a girl. So I'm going to...
Oh, I'm sorry. It looked exactly like the Lou Elizondo video I had. Sorry.
Do the most stereotypical girl stuff, which is so offensive to women, but not anymore, because when a guy does it, it's not a problem. Did you see how this works? So I'm just going to do girl stuff. Maybe I'll get like 8 million followers on TikTok. I don't know, maybe one day I'll interview the president of the United States and get him to say on live TV that kids should be able to cut their genitals off without any question. Oh my...
That's not ufology, Lou. I don't know where that came from. That is really weird how that got in there. Anyway, TikTok, right? Here's the little Lou. Another blow dealt to the unidentified flying object community. The report is now 7 days late. Thinking of those who are struggling. Have hope. Struggling? Struggling? Who's struggling? Are we Oh, that's tongue-in-cheek. Well, let's see how tongue-in-cheeky it really is. Thank you, Rebecca Wiles, for the $5. Thank you for the agush of my birthday. Emoji, smiley, emoji, really smiley. A red rose, a lavender thing, a purple heart, green clovers, blue diamonds. Richie and Goo family. Aw. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca Wiles. Thank you, birthday girl, Lavender Rose, Rebecca Wiles. Good. Hey, that's how you were born. Thank you, Rebecca. Mucho gusto, generoso, and many more birthdays to come. Ready? All right, now we're serious. Now it's a serious show. Go. Good evening, everybody. I wanted to come here and talk to you for a moment. This is Arnold's foot.
What we are frustrated with
There we go.
is the habitual tendency to go back and discuss things that are not only not relevant, but have been implanted as falsehoods to begin with.
That's you! Hey, is that me in the background? That looks like my lip.
By people in the past, and these things continue to resurface. Well, okay, that's fine, Lou. We're talking about potentially, another incident from an F-35, but what about the reptilians? What does it have to do with reptilians? Guys, we're not talking about reptilians, man. I mean, stop, please. Try your best, but don't superimpose that on me. Please don't do that.
Wait. We'll watch it and then I'll come back.
I don't do that. Alina, please don't do that to me, because it's not fair. Every time I look at social media, I am blown away at how people behave and treat each other. Whatever you may have learned in the past about this, and say, well, I've been researching this for 30 years. And you know what? You've been researching fiction. So a lot of this stuff has been fictionalized. You know, you're not an expert in reading someone else's book. That doesn't make you an expert. I'm sorry.
First of all, we can roll this back in reverse with his last statement. What did he say? And you're not an expert?
Expert in reading someone else's book.
You're not an expert because you read someone else's book. What's the key word in that little comment? What is the key word? I know, it was all put together to make it seem more dramatic. I get it. But what is the key word anyway? Expert. See, that's where Lou doesn't understand ufology. This is why I laugh at a lot of people in ufology talking about he's a UFO expert. You could say he's a ufology expert. That would be a little more grammatically correct, because nobody's an expert on UFOs. The studying of the UFOs, yeah, the history. You could call Schrad an expert, Richard Dolan an expert, sadly. And, then you can go another route. There's all different types of experts in ufology. Nobody knows everything. Like, I don't know what Lou knows. I don't know what Greer knows. I don't know what that person knows. We all know and do different things in this field. I did my boots on the ground the first 6-7 years I was here, going out there and recording stuff all the time, just so I would have a reference of what is and what isn't and what we're fooled by. We all do different things. You got Gary P. Nolan with 2 R's. And P is for professor. Should be for something else. He does the brain shit, People get injured by a UFO. Boop. Go see Gary P. Nolan. And P is for professor. He, first of all, how many people are getting brain issues from UFOs? Is that like a weekly thing? I am certain Jeremy Corbell is going to come up one day with a report or with some sort of bullshit with like 100 different names on there saying these people since 2015 have had brain damage from UFOs. I'm telling you, it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. Yep. People are going to start coming out of the woodwork with, shit growing out of their heads. And I was abducted once and look what happened. My brain peeled away into my skull and pushed my skull out. I now have a horn. I'm a uniman. They don't call us unicorns because I'm not a corn. That's, this is where we're at in this field now. Everybody's an expert. We already went through the investigative journalist part. Like everybody was calling themselves, I'm an investigative journalist. No, you're not. You're a researcher. You're an investigator. But you cannot be an investigative journalist unless you went to work in journalism, go to journalism school, get a degree in journalism, be in the field doing journalism, creating stories that nobody knows about. That's investigative journalism, breaking news that nobody else has. That's investigative journalism. Not researching stuff and saying, you know what I found out in my research, because I'm a investigative researcher. And while I was reading Communion, Lou, I love that video. It seems so real. Isn't it? Was he on Kurt Jamungel's show, or is this must be old, right? It's got to be old because Cahill's in there. Lou just wasn't on Theories of Everything, was he? I would have heard about it. He was? No, he couldn't have been. I'm pulling it up. I don't buy it. Here we go. Let's see. Nah, he wasn't on. But Greer was on. You know, we never even went over that thing with Greer and him. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, that's right. He did a really good interview here. Wow, this would be a good one. Are computers conscious? Panpsychism. Oh, wow. Let's check this out. Kurt says I could use any of his stuff. So with that being said, from the previous permissions, I will take a quick gander at this. It's only an hour. I'll still fair use it, but I want to see what this is about. Are computers conscious? There's a movie, and it's like a comedy, I guess. It's called Free Guy, or some people know him as Blue Shirt Guy. And in that movie, an AI was put into a simulation game like Grand Theft Auto, like a universe game, role-playing. And in this movie, in the video game, you know how in the background there's just people walking around? You got hookers, cops, bus drivers, and all sorts of things. They're just background players. They don't have anything to do with the storyline, just filling the void. Well, he was one of those background guys who became aware and became alive. And he realized that he doesn't have to do the same thing every day. He can fall in love, which he did, which is really the key to the game. You got to fall in love. That's the true story of life, right? You got to fall in love. They always push that in these movies. You got to fall in love. Unless you watch Terrifier 2. If you watch Terrifier 2, you know that has to do with hate. Let's see what this is. It's such a good movie. It's so fun. Let's see what Kurt has to say. I'm interested to see what this gentleman says. He looks interesting, actually. I didn't expect this, so let's see.
This is just an editor's note. His audio is poor, and there's nothing that we can do. This tends to happen when someone changes it again. So Yosha Bach asks, what is the most important unsolved problem in cognitive science?
Well, there are different criteria to determine what's the most important problem. For the working scientist, the most important problems unsolved are the ones right at the border of understanding.
What a great answer. I love that answer. Did you hear it? It is. It's something a guy like this would say. It's not something I would say.
Right at the border of understanding, the ones that you have some criteria to determine what's the most important problem. For the working scientist, the most important problems unsolved are the ones right at the border of understanding, the ones that you have some grasp about how to approach, but haven't really solved. Those are the ones you work on. Well, by that criterion, there's endless numbers of important unsolved problems, depending on what area you're in, you can enumerate any number of them. They won't be meaningful to others unfamiliar with your area of research. I think what the problem may be, the question may be driving at is far-reaching problems which have large consequences. In that case, there are also many, but the most important one that I think of is the problem of voluntary action.
Oh, voluntary action. Yeah, that is the most important. Let's jump a little bit and see what he says. The importance of consciousness in the development of systems that learn, think, and create at a human level. And then we'll move on after I hear this portion.
Is consciousness crucial to building systems that learn, think, and create at a human level?
Consciousness is part of the way humans learn, think, and create. Maybe not a very major part. Most of what our mental activities are, both in what's called learning, thinking, and creating, is inaccessible to consciousness. So there's an awful lot going on that we're totally unaware of and can't become aware
of. Interesting. This is one of those interviews that I really need, because I don't know the gentleman, and he has a very gruff voice and kind of monotone at the same time. I need to listen to this one and then get back to it. I realize that it's just, I'm having a hard time focusing on him. I don't know what it is, but I think it's the gruffness in his voice. I'm somehow distracting me from paying attention. Brett S. with the $20 super chat, a continuing supporter of Goof On 2, by the way, says in a super chat, recall Jim Mars saying David Icke, and he followed different paths and came to the same conclusions, but saying Queen was a blood-eating reptile did not sell books. Richie, have you ever done a video on David? Moon Control, not the Moon Control. And the last time I did a show on David Icke was when I was the Paranormal Code before Goof On. We weren't even on YouTube. The reason is because David Icke isn't he like bad for YouTube? Yeah, you talk his language on YouTube and it's shut down city. So I do find interest in what David Icke has to say. But what bothers me the most about David Icke is this. He was an athlete, played soccer, football, in his country, whatever. He was a professional soccer player, football player. And then he turns into this knowledge guy on secret societies and reptilians, and I mean, you name it, this guy has it and said it, and YouTube doesn't like it. But how can we dismiss everything everybody says just because it sounds so outlandish? There's no way it can be true. And then we come across this story. Have you ever watched these crime shows? They're all over the place. Well, in almost every episode, they say the same thing. In the most inexplicable way imaginable, we got this evidence. Or they say, it must have been a miracle because what happened was, and you never know when you're going to get the answer, how it's going to come to you. We won't expect it. And David Icke could be right about a lot of that stuff. Just like Alex Jones was right about a lot of stuff. And everybody said, too outlandish. It can't be real. Can't say that. Blood-sucking aliens? No way. That's not Alex Jones, I'm just saying. It's not fair for us to not be able to speak what we want to speak when it has to do with what we do. And it's very frustrating because David Icke, yeah, he said a lot of crazy things there, guys. Brett S. and all everybody else listening. But inside of what he was saying, there is truth. And it's been echoed time and time again. Now, I know you're going to laugh, or you may not. You may be like, yeah, I take that seriously. Several people in Hollywood, most notably Jim Carrey, when he went on Jimmy Kimmel, and he was doing the sign, and he's going, and doing all that stuff. He goes, you know what it means. The entertainment industry, they own everything, something like that. You know what reality is. We're living in a tetrahedron. Something like that. Thank you, Brett S. Throwing down the $20 spot. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Good point. Good comment. And a continuing supporter of Goof On. By the way, today's is by Moonlicht. If you haven't noticed here, the signature is here. I didn't notice it on my cell phone, but I noticed it. But Moonlicht made, he made this as an advertisement on Twitter for something he was putting out on Twitter. And I said, I was thinking about stealing it and using it for a thumbnail, and he put that together. He just changed it up. He put this there, the Goof On Strikes Back. Oh my God, I'm having a James Fox moment. I threw down a hot dog. No, I didn't. Hot dogs always give me indigestion. I don't know why. It's why I said it yesterday. All right. Theories of Everything. I'm going to put the link to that interview from Kurt Jamungal into the show description as soon as the show ends. So if you guys want to check it out, either go to his channel at Theories of Everything with Kurt Jamungal. Thanks, Kurt. And now we say hello, my little friends. We say hello, my big friends. Let's what time is it? Oh, we started a little late. All right, I guess I could do it now. It's time for... Hello? It's time for... Is this it? Where is it? It's time for Marie's UFOs, everybody! Thank you, Nathan, for the $4.44 PayPal support. That's Nathan Nitsky, Nathan Allen. Nathan's Hot Dogs. Hot dogs, I don't know why that's funny. $4.44. He says all of the quantum numbers are gush all over the reptilians. He didn't say it that way, but the way Nathan said it like this. All of the quantum numbers are gush all over the repetition. Repetition? I thought it said reptilian. Is that supposed to be reptilian or repetition? Oh, repetition. All right. Thank you, Nathan. A mucho gusto, generoso, sir, and a continuing supporter of Goof On and a good friend of the show. All right, here's Marie's UFOs today. This is what not to do in ufology, which is why we come here. She is one of these orb people. Now, I like to give a lot of crap, but this is a good one. It's actually pretty cool. This face of my late mom appeared in one of the red orbs I posted a few days ago. Kindly, Spooky Books cleaned it up and came across this image in the orb. This is my mom, 100%, who died 9 years ago. I've sent the pic around to my family who are also in shock seeing this. You can see it. It is a face. Eyes. Whoa. Just had some weird feedback on the microphone. You can see the hair right here. Oh, you can't see me? It's right here. That's a face, guys, girls. That is a face. So you know what I said? And this is the problem I have with Marie. Yeah, that looks like a face, 100%. It looks like a woman. It looks like an elderly woman. You can even see some veins. I mean, this is remarkable. Really, really, really cool. But she doesn't know how to do this. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's just posting shit without showing us, like, what does the orb look like in its... I want to see it, how you took the picture and how it was found. I know people don't do that, but we need to see it. Also, show us a picture of your mom. Prove it. If she and I asked her to do that. I said, can you please show us a picture of your mom so we can make a decision on our own? But she won't. She won't post a picture. Like, why wouldn't she? Of course, I want to see the proof. If that looks like her mom, even a little bit, if the hairline's like it, you know, that hairline, you can see it. I'm looking right at it. If we see that, or the bone structure, the mouth, anything, I would be ecstatic if Marie UFOs, and I'm going to stay on it, I want to see a picture of her mom. Wouldn't that be a little bit more proof that means, okay, orbs aren't all dust. There are spirit orbs, which I've said. I've said that before. There are spirit orbs. They're just not that many. I mean, this girl goes to Sri Lanka and she takes a picture of the sky. Oh, so many orbs all over. Oh, Archie, there's orbs all over. Oh, jeez, look at the dingbat there. The dingbat. All right, Marvin Dale Likens Jr. with a $5 super dono. I don't know much, but I know I love you. That is a super dono. For those who don't know, there's no comment and no sticker. It's a super chat without that stuff. So it's a super dono, like a donation. Thank you, Marvin Dale Likens Jr. with a super dono of $5. Mucho gusto generoso, sir. And thank you very much for your support. A continuing supporter of GoofOn. I think a good friend of the show, even though we don't talk that much. We do. Marvin, you've been around a long time, man. Couple of years, I think, and I appreciate it. I can't believe you're still here, too. Hey, FAP's here, too. Who's this person? Is that Fesk Monkey? Uncle Bitey. Yeah, I call him Bitophile. Sputnik 57, how are you? Who's this guy? Raptor 423? And oh yeah, Steve Huff? Where is Steve Huff? Is Steve Huff still around? Oh no, I'm thinking of E.F. Hutton. Yeah, never mind. Now, I think Steve Huff goes way back. That name, man, I haven't thought of or heard that. It just sounds familiar, like Huffington Post. Maybe that's why. Thank you, Jammer Travels. Dono Mofo. You are the Dono Mofo, but you put it in there. No, I know. You had to let us know somehow. Jammer Travels throwing down a $2 support with a little bit of fun. We're not allowed to have fun. What are we doing, by the way? Why are we laughing? Why am I joking around? I am so sorry I did this to you. I said you probably won't like tonight's show because it might be fun. And I didn't mean for it. I just can't help it. Thank you, Jammer Travels. I'll try less. Yeah, I'll try less. Thank you, Dono Mofo. Aha. Thank you very much. Raptor. What are we going to do? Fajar, the botanist. Hey! You have some finally clear pictures. Yeah, I know. I saw them. Yeah, pretty cool. I didn't get back yet because there was so much to think about, and then I had other emails. But yeah, I was going to get back to you later. Those were pretty cool. Very interesting. You're the one with the moon pictures. Yeah. Structures on the moon and shit. Man. We got a moon show maybe tomorrow. Is a fart an aborted soul asking for a friend? It depends. No, I don't think it is. Wait, maybe it is. That makes sense. I never thought of it that way before. They're burning up in the atmosphere, right? They're being rejected. Right? 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 They're being rejected. Put a soul in Rich Giordano. I can't, sir. For some reason, he's being ejected out the rectum. Try again, Johnson. Nope. Nope, the human won't take it. It keeps going out the back door. Can we put him through the back door like an entrance? She doesn't like that, sir. Try it anyway, sir. We cannot break protocol. Try it, Johnson! We need an asshole in ufology, and Rich Giordano is the perfect one. Yes, sir. I'll do it right now, sir. God help us all. Oh, he's beautiful. See, Johnson, I told you it was going to work. Look at that beautiful asshole child. Here I am. And that's how I was born. You knew the story, Morning Glory. How did you know how I was born? Anyway, Marie caught. It's a beautiful thing. And let's not dismiss everything, okay? Because there are spirit orbs. I took a picture in my backyard when I first moved to this home. Well, my ex-wife had the house, but the lady before it had 2 Bichon dogs, and they both died, and she buried them in the backyard. There was a planter that was raised, and she buried them back there. We didn't know. But the lady was still alive, so when I took the pictures, 1 orb showed up in one, and then 2 showed up in the other. And I'm like looking at it, and I blow it up, and I'm like, that looks like is that a Bichon? And the ears flop, the nose, the face. I couldn't believe it. I just got goosebumps when I still have that picture somewhere. And it was Bichons you could see their faces in both of the orbs. So my wife wound up calling the lady because she remained friends with her. And she said, yeah, I buried my Bichons in the backyard. I thought I told you. And my wife's like, I would have remembered dead dogs in the backyard. Isn't that wild, though? I have a picture also of what may be ectoplasm. Nobody knows. And I took a picture because I heard what sounded like a bird swooping down at me, like and then going away. And here I am sky watching in the backyard. And all I did was just take a picture, and you could see the perfect image of a black crow. Well, it's just an outline, but it looks like smoke, like if I was smoking and I blew it out and it formed this thing, but it was so defined. I showed it on the show. It's got a beak, it's got an eye, it's got the feathers. It's 100% a black crow in some sort of. See, this is why I believe in the woo side of things. I don't talk about it much because I know a lot of people, and including me, they look at their pictures of the orbs, they look at their pictures of clouds, and, the pareidolia starts going crazy, right? But when you start seeing faces of people or animals that apparently died in the place you're living, and they match up. It wasn't a Doberman, right? It wasn't a sheepdog. It wasn't a Chihuahua. They were Bijans. I mean, what are the odds that the orbs, and I didn't even know. So there's got to be something to it. And I also have video of walking through a sacrificial place, I guess, or an altar, unknowingly, of the, I think it was the Hopi Indians. I'm not sure. In Arizona, we were walking around looking for shit. And all these orbs, these lights started appearing around me. And the guy, my friend Rob, was videotaping me, and I hear him go, "Whoa." He goes, "There are these lights all around you." And I took my phone and I looked at the tree that was around me because I was trying to get myself, and it was in the trees. You could see, and around that area there was an altar that we didn't see, and it was as if the spirit orbs were telling us to go there. It was a trip. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Oh no, and you could see it with your naked eye. Yeah, you could see it with your naked eye. It was bizarre. It looked like Christmas tree lights, like if you had little lights and they were just blinking on and off, but in different locations, like 8 or 9 at a time. I thought I was able to get the video for you off of the Wayback Machine, but it won't download it off the old website. Some of those videos just don't work because the Wayback Machine doesn't keep memory of everything. So I'll get that video. It's pretty wild. Yeah, I didn't feel anything either. I just, was walking around and I hear him go, "Whoa, you got all these lights around you." And I'm like, "Where?" And he goes, "Right around you in that tree." And it was pretty cool. You'll see it someday. So we'll do some Moon and Mars stuff tomorrow. Oh, hold on. I think. Huh. All right. I didn't see this video. Mr. Catfish 2100 sent me this. Is this Jeremy Corbell's? This is today. Oh, excuse me. Those hot dogs, man. Woo. Hold on. This is interesting. You see, I think I'm a pretty fair guy. I think, about going back to the orbs, because I got on Marie UFOs yesterday and the day before. But when I see something that looks legit, it's the effort that she put out that got that orb on a pic. If she got this, because I'm pretty forward when I tell people I can tell that what that is. That's a bug, a balloon, a bird. And they're like, "Well, I don't see it that way." And I'm like, all right. She didn't get mad. She didn't say, "I'm going to block you." She didn't care. She kept doing her research. And I told her, I go, "Look, eventually you throw enough shit up on the wall, something's going to stick. So don't stop." And I mean that in a good way. I did the same thing. You keep throwing up shit. You keep going out there every day. You will see something you can't explain. It's inevitable because you don't know everything that's up in the sky. It's impossible to know. Doesn't mean it's alien. But with the orbs, I like that she got that face of apparently her mother. So I hope she does put the picture out because that'll blow me away. That is real proof. That's something you don't see. I have yet to see anybody show me proof. Marie has the face in the orb of her mother. Nobody has ever said, "Here's a face of an orb that looks like my mother, and here's a picture of her." You know where I've seen that? Actually, yeah. Not with an orb, with apparitions. I've seen that on TV shows. When people see apparitions, they think it's grandma, their mother, or whatever, right? Then they get a picture. It almost looks like her, but it is her outfit. I mean, that's what she wore to bed every night. Anyway, now we're going to go back to UFOs because this was sent for me from Mr. Catfish 2100. It's from the Today Show, or Today. And it says, pilot shares videos of strange UFOs in skies over the U.S. Now, we know the UFO, all right? We've seen this triangular bullshit story. It's the Jeremy Corbell video. What interests me is hearing how people react on the news. So let's see if I haven't even watched a second of it. Let's see if they play any X-Files music, Close Encounters music, and or be a little condescending about the whole thing. Go.
Something unexplainable appearing in the night, from the skies over Missouri to above the Pacific Ocean.
It's not a satellite, it's not a meteor.
All baffling pilots mid-flight.
I don't know what the common denominator is, but it's always at the bottom of the Big Dipper.
Mark Holsey is a former F-18 fighter pilot. This August, he was piloting a private jet off the coast of Los Angeles when he says he saw as many as 7 mysterious objects appearing to fly thousands of feet above him. This is audio from that night alerting air traffic control.
Roger. Yeah, I don't
Wow.
know. I'm not entering any military airspace or anything. I'm not sure.
That's new.
A clip obtained by Ben Hansen, a researcher who has spoken to dozens of pilots of commercial
Never heard
flights
that before.
who have recently had similar encounters.
So it seems like it might be getting more frequent?
It's either getting more frequent or it's getting noticed more.
That's the answer. Ben Hansen listens to Goof On. Yep, he did. It's getting noticed. There's not that there's more sightings, just that there's more people aware, and more people with better phones. The phones are getting better every year. Anyway, I have to stop it every now and then. It's the fair use game. If I don't, I know it's the news and I shouldn't be in, but yeah. Anyway, I have not. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention we do a new thing here. If you have a question for me, put it in all caps and maybe put a couple of asterisks before so we know it's a question. Some people like to speak in all caps, like me. If you are one of those people and you have a question, just to differentiate one from the other, put an asterisk or a few asterisks or star in the beginning so we know you have a question for the show. Sorry about that. I just wanted to let you know. You can ask questions. Nothing wrong with asking questions.
Okay, there it is.
But while no one seems to know what they're seeing, Holsey is sure these fast-orbiting objects aren't satellites or any known military aircraft.
There's nothing that flies that high. So the odds of it being a military aircraft doing high G loads like that, it's impossible. It's completely impossible.
Does this phenomenon seem to be under intelligent control?
That's the only thing it could be. I mean, it's either artificial or
First of all, the only thing he's curious about, because he's not saying anything else, is that we don't have anything else that flies that high. Not anything that he knows. But I'm sure there's black projects out there that, secret shit flying around up there. But he never said, nobody said that these objects were making unbelievable maneuvers, right-angle turns at 30,000 miles an hour. That would crush a human. They're not saying any of that. He's just talking about how high. And how high? Well, balloons go that high. Weather balloons. Test planes. Balloons.
biological.
It all comes on the heels of a congressional hearing earlier this year where intelligence officials testified for the first time ever that there were about 400 new sightings of unidentifiable objects, adding UAP reports are frequent and continuing.
No, I do not.
Okay, strange.
And this latest wave of sightings from pilots could be just the beginning.
I bet my life on it. There are many more pilots.
November 14th.
Videos that are going to come out. I know.
Dorothy, they're going to roll out Artemis, I believe, on the 14th and then launch it on the 21st. Somewhere in there, November. I'll check it out again. But I checked a few days ago. I think that's what it is. Either they're launching on the 14th or they're going to roll it back out on the 14th and then launch on the 21st. I'm not sure. Somebody here knows, though. But they didn't launch it yet. They launched another rocket, though, a couple of days ago, but it wasn't it.
Oh, this is going to happen. I know it is.
And Gotti, you mentioned that there's a government report that is expected to come out. What do you think will be in that?
Yeah, that Pentagon report is expected to be given to Congress by the end of the month. It could either provide an explanation for the increasing number of sightings that we're seeing, or it could reveal some more information about new encounters. The question really is how much of it is going to be declassified. Meanwhile, Mark says he was told his report is going to be included in that review for Congress, and based on other pilots he's been talking to, he is convinced dozens of commercial pilots are going to be coming forward describing the same kind of lights flying in that racetrack-like pattern in the direct.
Do you know what the racetrack-like pattern is? Did we talked about that, right? Because they have it over Arizona. I did a little research on it. And in Arizona, when planes come in for a landing, they have the planes go about 30 miles out to the west if they're coming from the east, right? And then they make a big U-turn and they come in and they get in line. And the planes they put on their landing lights and you could see them easily from 30, 40 miles away. And they start lining up to come in. And then you see all these lights coming in and they disappear. And then all of a sudden there are more lights come out the other way that are taking off. And there's this constant, revolving door or racetrack like symphony that's being played between air traffic controller and pilots. And that's how it goes. And it's not UFOs. When I first got into ufology, I thought UFOs were over these mountains, right? They're called the McDowell Mountains because we had thunderstorms one night and they pushed the flight pattern coming in for a landing more north. And I never seen it before. And I thought I was seeing UFOs. It was so fun. I actually got in my car, drove towards it because they did just nonstop. And then I said, wait a minute, because I didn't see any flashing lights. It's like, why aren't there flashing lights? But there were. It's just that their landing lights were so bright, and with the camera I had, it blocked out the other lights. So all I saw was one big orb. So stupid. There's so much you got to know that if you've never done it before, you're going to think you're seeing UFOs all over the place. And that's what I kept telling Marie, UFOs. There aren't that many. Spirit orbs don't come like clusters of hundreds. Well, they might, but there maybe nobody's got proof of it, Anyway, that's today. And I'm looking at this. I thought this came out today, but it doesn't tell me when it came out. I think it's 2 weeks ago. Well, it showed up in my feed, and I thought it was brand new. I never saw this video, but it's always interesting to me to hear how much people are learning on the news and whatnot. Yeah. Somebody asked Moondust, hey, what's up, Moondust? What's your thoughts on the work of Richard C. Hoagland? Richard Hoagland. He is responsible for many hours of listening to him on Art Bell. I used to sit and listen to Richard Hoagland talk about civilizations on Mars and, all of that stuff was just mesmerizing back in the day. And some of the proof, that he was showing is still the best. Well, it's not proof, but it looks like there's structures on Mars when in fact there really aren't. I don't know. I don't know. I believe there's structures up there somewhere. I don't know. Who knows? But I liked his work. Without Richard C. Hoagland, there might not be John Lear, the pilot. He also said and believed in all that stuff. Didn't they talk a lot together on shows? I could swore I heard them arguing once. Richard Hoagland's an interesting fellow. I'd like to interview him, but I don't know. What is he going to say? No, but that Cydonia region with the pyramids, and it kind of lines up with what we have here on Earth. That's interesting. That's where the face on Mars supposedly is, but it's really just light and magic. Nah. All right.
Direction of the Big Dipper. The craziest part of his story, he says, is he saw a shooting star during all of this that was coming in that direction too. And he's like, oh my gosh, there's a shooting star happening as well. And then that shooting star joined in the pattern that those other lights were flying, something he's never seen before.
Of course, we don't have that on video. But let me tell you something about the shooting star thing. Oh, I'm so mad. I used to have on my iPhone 4 or 3, I think it was, I captured the most amazing thing I have ever seen on video that I captured. There was a thunderstorm some 20 miles to the south of me, and I'm driving home on the freeway. And I'm recording out the door because of the thunderstorm. I wanted to get a few lightning strikes and, make a picture, put it on Facebook, and everybody goes, wow, you're great. So I'm doing this while I'm driving with the phone. And it's a very smooth freeway. They just made this freeway. There wasn't any bumps. It was a great video. And then I got home and I watched this 7-minute video I had, because it was me 7 minutes holding it up with my arm on the armrest, just holding it up and driving, And this was about 2014. It was 2014. Anyway, it's just after 9 o'clock. And we had some remaining thunderstorms from the night. I got home and watched this video. And what I saw, I had to show other people. And they couldn't believe what they were seeing. There were, and I'm shooting, and remember, I'm driving. And there was a storm that either was coming, it never came, but it was just out in the area, down miles away. You could see these shooting stars go right into the storm. And then another one came. And I had my thing right up to the window because I had a 2-seater at the time. Well, I do now, but it was a sports car. And I'm holding it easily right up to the window. And you can see the sky almost above too. It's a pretty wide lens. And you could see them coming right over the top. Because somebody said, oh, that's just the street lights. Every time you pass by a street light, you see the light. I go, no, you don't. I go, look, the next street light's burnt out. Watch this. Oh, it just happened way before we got to the light. Oh, it happened again. So these 6 times, there were lights that zipped into the storm. And they were orange. And there was the very last one. It came and it went like this. It went right to the storm and then it pew, and it shot up into it. And I didn't see this with my naked eye. I'm driving. Every now and then I, look to the side. Wow, good lightning, good stuff. I'd see the camera still in the frame and that up and everything. But just as luck would have it, when I got a new phone, the data was lost. Yep, it didn't, all my pictures, everything did not transfer over. Remember, back then, that technology, the transfer technology, was still in the early stages. It's not like now where you get 90% of everything. You don't get everything. But I lost it all. But Jesus, when I hear this story about the pilot saying he saw a shooting star go like this, then go down, I want to believe him. Just like you want to believe me. You can't. I know, but it happened. See, that's what sucks. Like, I was too lazy to download it on my computer, which, it probably would have taken a couple of hours because things were slow. I didn't have this computer here and, I just didn't do it. I could dummy. But now every time I get something, now it automatically uploads within 24 hours to my my Google Pictures, Google Photos. So the moral of the story is, if you have something on video, don't be lazy. Put it on the computer, save it. So as good as Marie's UFOs has been, today we have the opposite. We have a guy whose name is Dan Lewandowski. And this guy thinks every single thing is a UFO or a UFO. Now, all of his dots, he comes up with today's interesting. This is another what not to do. But look at this. See this here? He says there's an alien right there. And why isn't it blowing up for me? It should have blown up. There it is. See it? It's in there. Hold on. Beep. It's there. So what's that doing in the bushes? Well, it's pareidolia, obviously, but man alive. You know? It looks just like an alien. Don't it? Oh, your sister's got 19 lip locks. Get out of here. You know what I mean? You can even see a little bit of a body. Does it look photoshopped? Nope. It looks smooth. It looks like he's got his arms down. It looks like he's wearing like a baseball jersey type of outfit. There's some sort of design on it. But the reality is, this is pareidolia, but is it? Is it? That's the question, Johnny. Is it? We just don't know. Now, I want you to look up here. There's some sort of pareidolia going on here. There's a face. Here's the mouth. Here's the nose. Here's the eyes. This is the hair. You can even see the hair on the head. This is a woman. It looks like an old, angry woman. There's the eyes. The eyebrows are identical on either eye. This is amazing. And I just saw this looking up. Do you see it? Do you see the pareidolia? I mean, you could go insane. Here's another alien. I see an alien with the smirk. Here's the big head. It's sideways. There's the pointed chin right here. There's the mouth. Here's the nose. It's just like a bump. And there's the eyes. They're perfectly here. Even a little dot for the pupil. And it looks like his arms are down, folded across. Wait a second. That looks similar to this. Oh, that's weird. Wait a second. See this here? That's a guy in a window. His arms are down. Oh, it must be playing off of it. How weird. There's a guy right there. You can see him. But anyway, is there an alien in the bush or two on the porch? That's not it. A bird in the bush is two on the porch. What is it? A bird in your bush is two on your tush. No, that's not it. It's a bird in your hand is like catching two in the bush. Right, that's it. Remember that song? Push, push in the bush. Remember that? I know, I don't know why it came. So this is good. Commander David Fravor told us that the original video is in higher resolution. If there are no wings or discernible means of propulsion, then it doesn't matter how it's moving. This is not conventional technology. Merrick VR has this video here, and it says on top with the caption, let me show you. I didn't think I was going to do this one today. Here it comes. Just look at the show. By accounting for the position of the sun on November 14, 2004, we can verify that the UAP in the famous FLIR 1 video is tic-tac shape, no wings, controlled surfaces, or obvious means of propulsion. Anyone can do this at home. Longer, more detailed YouTube video to... All right, ready, set, no, go.
This is the famous Tic Tac UFO video, and if we take a screenshot from this video and adjust the brilliance and the sharpness, we are left with this.
Oh my
Which
God.
is something of a Rorschach test. Some people see a blurry, nondescript blob, while others see an object that bears an uncanny resemblance to the Tic Tac shaped craft reported by 4 naval aviators. The point of this video is to bring some clarity to this image and to the Tic Tac video. Importantly, if this were in fact a tic-tac shaped craft, this line shows where the sun washes out the object's upper edge, and I will explain that in a little more detail shortly. Now, we know a few key pieces of information about the jet that recorded the video. We know that it was in the air around 3 o'clock on November 14th, 2004. We know that it was flying south, and we know that it first tracked the tic-tac object towards the south. And with this information, we can see where the sun was on November 14th, 2004, around 3 p.m. We know that between 3 and 4 p.m., it was around 10 to 20 degrees above the horizon and out towards the southwest. So with all this information, we can conduct a fun little experiment.
Oh my God. Bob. Bob. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The gimbal is a blimp. That's why it was able to tilt on its side. Because it was they were just playing with the controls. Maybe they were making a turn and it tilted and it just got, that's how it is when it's flying. We never see it fly. We see it float. But when a blimp has to travel, oh my God, what if the wind pushed it over? That's what it is. Oh my God, it's a blimp. Doesn't it make sense? We don't have any craft with this. Nobody has ever said it was a blimp yet. Except for you. I haven't heard it. But it makes sense. Oh my God, it's over. That's what makes sense. How did I not see this? That's what it is. It wasn't traveling that fast. I don't buy anything that's on that heads-up display. And I don't care about what anybody says. I'm looking at that video. That's a blimp. I can't believe it. It does look blimpish. It did. I didn't even think of it. You know why? And this is a ridiculous video, what this guy's trying to do right here. Although I appreciate the effort. It's like putting lipstick on a pig. It's a FLIR video. It's already grainy. It's all messed up already. It's grayed out. You can't get any detail. This guy's trying to look for detail in things that aren't there, in pixels that aren't really the ship or blimp or whatever. This guy's trying. I appreciate the effort, but it doesn't prove anything. But I like it. I like the effort.
Here we have our Tic Tac, which
see.
is in fact an actual Tic Tac. And we also have
Oh my God, it's a
which
blimp.
in this case is a cell phone flashlight.
Wait, what? Blimps fly at 7,000 feet at most. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, they don't fly that high, do they? But you can't trust any of the footage that we saw. Because we know it. it's drones and paper bags and balloons. Capiche? And you know what's funny about that? Didn't the Pentagon approve those videos, those 3 videos, and said, yeah. Oh yeah, they said those videos are real. They didn't say those are alien craft or alien technology. They didn't say that. Very smart. Yeah, we all caught that too. They didn't say specifically, they just said the videos are real. Yeah, well, so I'm real too. The videos are real. Of course they're real. I'm looking at it. They think we're that stupid because we are. We are. Well, we have no choice, really. That's the thing. We don't really have a choice. The only thing we can do is speak on our channels and counteract their narrative. But other than that, we don't have mainstream media access to get that word out to the masses. Nor do we have the channel to reach those people. Someday.
When we put the sun directly above, you can see that the shadow runs along the center of the Tic Tac. And as we move the sun around, that shadow moves around as well. Now we know quite a bit about where the sun was on November 14th, 2004, between 3 and 4 p.m. We know it was towards the southwest. We know the jet was flying south.
Can I ask you something? Who cares where the sun was?
And we know that the object that it was tracking was towards the south as well. And importantly, we know that the sun was between 10 and 20 degrees above the horizon, so roughly here. And here we see that the sun, at this angle, reflects off of the top edge of the object, just like in the Tic Tac video. This is robust evidence that the object is in fact Tic Tac shaped.
And don't mind my Coke straw.
Reflects off.
Don't mind me. I'm going to sniff a little Tic Tac right there. Ah, don't worry about that. Tic Tac? I think not. Alrighty then. That proved nothing. Oh, look at this. See how the light? That's where the sun was, and we can see that. Look, we can see that right here. That's where the sun hit, just like here. See that? See that? See this? See this? See this? See that? See that? See that? Me too! Me too movement? You seen that? Carlad! Joe Merja asks the question of the day. No, it wasn't him. Oh, check this out. Oh, I'll show you. Travis Taylor. My God, this guy. Yeah, I let him have it a little bit. Because that's the kind of asshole I am. Check it out. So Travis down here says, ha 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 ha, as opposed to skeptic fanatics making up stuff. Wait, I feel more laughter coming on. Ha 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 ha. Ben Lumen asked, so why are they putting whistleblower laws on the books? Middle of Mayhem responded, because a small group of fringe UFO fanatics pushed to add that language. As opposed to skeptic fanatics making up stuff? Wait, I feel more laughter coming. So I said, the person making up stuff is you, at Travis Taylor on Skinwalker Ranch. You are ruining ufology every time you speak. I've seen a lot of liars in my day, and you are one of the worst, Travis. You should be ashamed of yourself for acting like you give a shit. I guess money talks. Beep. Give that one a... I just did that before the show. Yeah. I let him know. I highlighted him. He'll know me now. Travis Taylor. Mick West, speaking of people in the know. Check it out. 5, 4, 3. Mick West says, the new talking point in ufology is we know most cases are solved. We only care about the unidentified cases. It's an automated shifting goalpost. 143 out of 144 unsolved cases was a BFT. Now, less than 50% of cases are solved. Suddenly not interesting? He says, but you have to study solved cases to help you understand why they were cases to start with and to help you solve the yet unsolved. There will always be unidentified flying objects dancing on the edge of the Liz. That in itself is not actually interesting. What is Mick West talking about? There will always be unidentified flying objects dancing on the edges of LIZ. That in itself it's not interesting. I don't know what an LIZ is. What's an LIZ? What's an LIZ? Anyone? Anybody? I'm just waiting for an answer because I can't go on until I know. He's saying sub-objects won't be understood. No, I know. But he's also saying it's not interesting. Dancing on the Liz, he said that in itself is not... If I take out that last part, there will always be unidentified flying objects. That in itself is not actually interesting. And then Chris Spitzer, why this guy gets a voice? Because he's smart? Yeah, he's a good guy. Only investigators care about IFOs, identified flying objects, because we need to learn about them to filter them out. People who do not investigate don't care about IFOs, and it's understandable. Most people in ufology are not investigators, but what I call commentators. Just like you. No, it's not a lens flare thing. It was LIZ. I'm looking at it, LIZ. See, dancing on the edge of the Liz, I'm thinking he tried spelling cliff, but F isn't even near Z to make that mistake. So, I don't know. Landing instructions, Zippy. Oh! So it does make sense. Anyway, it's Mick West. That's how I feel. I used to think Mick West was the guy for debunking. He's not. He's not. Mick West, he sold out too. I think if the thing is with Mick West, he hates being wrong. He hates being wrong. Anyway, I got a video here I'm going to play. Michael Schratt put a video out the other day, and I wanted to play a little bit more of it because it's hella interesting. Yes, I said it that way. Hella interesting. I sound like I'm 8 years old. Here we go. I'm going to play this in 6 seconds. 5, 4. It's about crash retrievals. 2, 1. Yes, I know.
This particular M123. Later on, another source claimed that the people involved in the retrieval operation, they were members of a retrieval team, and they wore chemical, biological protective suits and masks. So in this particular case, we've got 3 independent sources that help to actually verify this particular crash retrieval operation. Next one, and this one has got to be one of the most strange, bizarre, crazy cases, but it's within the Stringfield files, so it's important that we consider it as a possible historical case. Okay, so setting up the scene.
Oh my God. Thank you. That's tomorrow's show. The sellouts of ufology. Beautiful. That's just beautiful. No. The sellouts, the UFO, no, the people who sold out in 2021 in ufology. The UFO sellout. No, I don't know. Somebody sold out. Travis Taylor. Right? I'm just going to say it because I know it anyway to be true. Gary Nolan with 2 R's. P is not for professor. Who else? Well, we know Corbell sold out, but that was 3 years ago. All right, we'll think about it. Very interesting. I like your style of thinking, just like me. It's amazing. It is amazing. What are we doing? Go.
It's the Air Force Museum, Dayton, Ohio. It's
Yes.
1965 UFO.
That's a
crash
great
retrievals,
title.
Page 153.
Ufologists
Case 3.
for
Now,
Sale. The Sellouts of 2021. Oh, I thought I pressed play.
there was a couple that visited the Air Force Museum, and the wife stayed looking at the V2 rocket display. I'll move forward here. So she's looking at the V2 rocket display, as you see here, and he took off. He left her stranded at this V2 rocket display.
All right, for some reason I can't do Strat right now. I'm thinking about this show for tomorrow. Oh, that's what we needed to talk about. David Wilcock. All right, let me pull that up before we get out of here. David Wilcock. Oh, David. He's supposed to have this prototype of the flying car out next month. It's been a year almost. Let's go there and grab the information here. Let's see what he's done lately. Ready? Let's see. Hunting squirrels. He's hunting squirrels. 5 months ago. Let's see. 5 months ago. Let's see. 7 months ago. He said the world won't be destroyed. Let's see. 3 years ago. 1 year ago. Where is it? Where is the flying car video? I don't see it. That's weird. He took it down. The flying car video is not here. I don't see it. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, this isn't it. He took it down, I think. Oh, wait. Unless. Hold on. Unless. Want to see something weird? Check this out. I'm going to take you in time. We're going to go in the time machine. It's a goof on time machine. GTM. Let's go. Come on. How far back should we go? 12 years? Let's go back 12. We're going to go back 12 years. Check out David Wilcock 12 years ago. You ready? Let's see what he was doing. Oh my God, the same exact thing.
Looking at the solar system and seeing that all the planets are changing the same way as the Earth is changing. The Earth.
Really? All the planets are changing the same way the Earth is changing?
Earth changes are not unique to the Earth. They are.
Wait a second. Did he just say Earth as in EARF or ERF? He just said Earth. Bullshit. Watch.
Changing the same way as the Earth is changing.
He said it. The Earth. Why did he do that?
Looking at the solar system and seeing that all the planets are changing the same way as the Earth is changing. That all the planets are changing the same way as the Earth is changing. The Earth changes are not unique to the end of the 2012 project.
Maybe he doesn't.
Is looking at the solar system and seeing that all the planets are changing the same way as the Earth.
Now you see him 12 years ago, right? All right. Let's see what he looks like a few days ago. Let's see how much he's aged over the 12 years. You ready? This
I
is
am
a
calling-
few months ago. I have to be honest with you. It didn't age that badly. I just see him there. He looks like he didn't age at all. That's amazing. How's that possible?
Upon the new mind. I am asking
Oh, his voice is different, though. I am asking
you to think differently.
I am asking you to think differently. Hi-ho, Kermit the Wilcock here. Hi-ho. Ooh, we've got a flying car coming out next month. It's going to be out of this world. Oh, Kermit. Oh, Miss Piggy. Ah! Oh, thank you, Miss Piggy. Oh, heavens to Betsy. What? I know I have another video here to show you. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. You know, it's been a minute. Can we do something real quick? Can we just dance? Just for a minute. Just quick dance. Come on. I need my Gomez. Where's Gomez? Come on, lady.
Vamos a empezar una fiesta chiquita.
There, I did it. Everybody get up and dance. Come on. Shake that moneymaker. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I almost showed too much. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight on Goof On. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Monday. It is Veterans Week. Veterans Week. Friday's a holiday. So we got a good week of... I've got some things in mind. Yeah. Just keep your eyes open. Yeah. Hey, Jeff Garvey throwing down the $5 right before the end of the show with a Christina G. Yep. It's Gomez, everybody. All right, calm down there. Calm down, Beaks. Thank you. Jeff Garvey throwing it down, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto. Generoso. You can still help support Goof On with the thanks button even after the show ends. Underneath every video that has already been played on the show, you can actually send a super chat. You will see that thing in there and it says thanks. Well, that's how we stay on the show. That's how we do this. Without you, we don't do this. It's just the way it is. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate the support. And that's it. And thank you, newcomers and veterans. Some newcomers today, too. Thank you very much for hanging out. Very nice to see a lot of people, a lot of new faces coming over here. Huh? Yeah. And all the links to the videos I played tonight will be in the show description. Don't forget, Goof On. What are we? Just say it. You know it's true. Yeah, right. Say it. You know it's true. Just say, truth. Oh, it's truthology for ufology. Thanks. Thank you. Have a great week. Don't forget, if you didn't change your clocks, alien bless.
life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life.